As far as the origins of the band, of the process, we started sometime in the early 90s. The guitarist Garrick and Owen and I hooked up, and we started to write our own original material. In the late 80s, I guess, I got the idea that I could take a fusion of reggae and rock music and take it to the rock audience, take reggae music to the rock audience. I felt there was a hunger for that there and an unfulfilled need there that the rock people needed to hear the reggae. So I also thought I could take rock music more to reggae people, but in the end it's turned out the rock people have embraced what we're doing more. But the reggae has to have the hypnotic ingredient. Reggae people a lot of them are purists, and so we always try to keep it as hypnotic as we can, even if we're bringing rock guitars into the music. And then some of the music that we do is just straightforward rock, but a lot of it has a Rastafari message. So we take the Rastafari message and put it in the rock music, as well as take the rock music and put it in the reggae music. It's a real blend of what we're trying to do. And shortly after that, we first got together, Garrick and I did, then we brought Bill Heffelfinger on board, and Bill is a brilliant programmer, arranger, and he plays bass with us live. And a couple of years ago, we've gone through a series of a couple different drummers, but a couple of years ago we really gelled with Gabe Gonzalez from George Clinton's P-Funk All-Stars. He was the one that really gelled our live show together. He's such a powerful drummer, and he fits so well with what we're doing that we really kicked it up a notch in our live shows. As far as the way we write, we don't ever write the same way twice, really. Sometimes I write with my guitar and write the melody just like you'd think it would be, and the words and the melody. Some comes first different ways. Other times I'm writing in a car and a melody will come to me, or a piece of words. Sometimes Garrick writes the chords and I write the melody to his chords. Sometimes the chords come to me and I tell them to him. Sometimes I write on the keyboard. A lot of times I'll write the melodies out on the piano. So it's never the same way twice. I don't think we've ever had a formula. Sometimes we write with drum machines, sometimes with drummers. We've never had a real formula for how we write, and I think that's what's kept it fresh, because if you hear one song by the process, you'll never hear another song that sounds exactly like that last one that you heard. So we keep it fresh that way by keeping fresh approaches to how we write, and this, thank Jah Rastafari for keeping it flowing for us, because all its source of inspiration comes from him. I have to say, when I read the Bible, that I get inspiration. A lot of the lyrics, are inspired by the Psalms and the Proverbs. So the Bible is always there, as a hymn book. And now this year we've got several projects, reissues of our back catalog being released. Starting with our first album, Mystery Babylon, and our second album, Baldhead Vex, been reissued. All of our back catalog is being reissued at this time, and give thanks for that. We also have a new studio album that's been out for a few months now called Blood and Bones, and we did it with a producer called G. Pierce, and just a really focused project, really excellent sounding music and tight production, beautiful project, Blood and Bones. And we have a couple DVDs that we've reissued here. One of them is called Legacy Live. Actually, it just came out last year, and we're reissuing it again. The first pressing sold out, and it's live concert footage, and 10 years of televised concerts. Some of it's filmed by High Times magazine. Some of it was filmed at Rainbow Farm, and we also have a new project coming out that we've been working on for the last year or so. It's a remix project in the sense that it's different than any other remix project I'm aware of. Some of it is dub music. Some of it is, totally taking the music in different directions. And we have a single, it's kind of a pre-release from the sessions of it coming out shortly. It's a single, a collaboration with Shoestring, a rapper, a member of a group called the Dayton Family that's here in Michigan, not too far from us. So it's going to be a really interesting project. The new single is kind of a hip-hop reggae, hip-hop, rock, metal, rap, fusion music. I don't know. It's all that in one, but it flows together really seamlessly. So that's the newest project that we have. As far as the inspirations go behind the music, well, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, you can get really caught up in all the different dogma and different beliefs of Rastafari, and there's many different houses in Rastafari. I guess I kind of came into Rastafari as a Gentile. I try to eat organic food. But I sometimes eat flesh. I'm not real strict about my diet. I don't lax. I'm not coming on like that. I come on trying to be true to myself, to who I am. And I've researched the mystery of Selassie a lot. I've read a lot of his speeches. I've read a lot of his works. And I don't think there's any greater man for a human being to emulate, especially in these modern times with all the different difficulties that we face in day-to-day living. You can really set all of it aside and just kind of look to Selassie. And if you look deep enough, you're going to find an answer to your problem or your mystery. And Jah will provide it. So really it's more what you feel in your heart or how you seek out your heart, to express your Rastafari. Enough respect for people that lax for the right reasons, that they're showing their culture. I respect and love that. I think, the whole world is really Africa. It all broke up from one continent and split into several continents. And Ethiopians, to me, are really citizens of the world in the sense that not just the Ethiopian people themselves, but all people of the world are Ethiopians. And we are all citizens of Ethiopia and of the world. I truly believe that. As far as my doctrine, it's real individualistic. I guess that's one of the reasons why Rastafari appealed to me. I didn't feel like I had to have anybody holding me up to any kind of scrutiny. It's not quite like a church, even though there are groups that probably live that way. I find freedom in Rastafari. My name is Asher, but I don't belong to 12 Tribes organization. That was my born name. So, being born in the month of December, I could take that as kind of a sign. Selassie. Rastafari.